Thanks to Paperlike for sponsoring this video, the screen protector for iPad that makes writing and drawing feel like paper. What's good? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bits for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. We've got news that all new iPads and Apple Watches could be coming very soon, and new details for upcoming Apple Silicon Macs. And let's first start off with the Apple Silicon, and we all can't wait to see what type of specs and performance we'll actually see from these models. According to the China Times, Apple has a super lightweight Apple Silicon based 12-inch MacBook in the works that will weigh less than 1 kilogram. That's less than 2.2 pounds. Now, it's expected to launch by the end of the year. It will be Apple's first ARM-based Mac using an all-new A14X processor that is internally codenamed Tonga. Oh, that's so nice for them to name it after me. Now, it will have a Retina display, support USB-C, and it will have a battery life between 15 and 20 hours thanks to the low power advantage of the Apple Silicon chip. That would be freaking amazing, and if this rumor is true, Apple could be bringing back the super streamlined 12-inch MacBook design with the A14X chip inside. Now, the current MacBook Air is Apple's lightest MacBook right now, weighing in at 2.8 pounds. Apple's discontinued 12-inch MacBook from 2019 weighed in at 2.08 pounds. And there are also rumors that this new 12-inch MacBook could bring 5G connectivity. Now, analyst Ming-Chi Kuo previously predicted that it would be the MacBook Pro 13.3-inch model that would be the first to get Apple Silicon chip and would be available by the end of this year or early 2021. He also said that we could see a MacBook Air with Apple Silicon, but this 12-inch MacBook could be that device that he's talking about instead. And this is just the start. Bloomberg has reported that the first new Apple Silicon Macs will come with 8 high-performance cores and at least 4 energy-efficient cores. And they're already designing the next gen of Mac processors based on the A15 chip with potentially more than 12 cores. Now, the China Times, they aren't done yet. They also report that Apple would bring its first Apple Silicon-based iMac with a new powerful custom-designed graphics processing unit in the second half of 2021. It's codenamed Lifuka, not my name, but they haven't identified if it will be part of an A14 or A15 chip. But the key thing here is that with previous Macs and desktops, they've always relied on NVIDIA or AMD GPUs. They are now developing their own GPU to adopt into their own Macs, which is just another huge shift for them and would allow them to create even better performance with a chipset that they also control at every level. So in 2021, we could see Apple launch an iMac with their own internally designed Apple Silicon processor and GPU. Now, that's all coming a little further down the road, but recent reports indicate an all-new Apple iPad Air 4 and Apple Watches could be coming within weeks. Images from a physical manual claiming to be for a new iPad Air 4 show off a design that is similar to the current edge-to-edge iPad Pro. It would obviously get rid of the physical home button, but instead of a Face ID camera, the manual mentions using Touch ID with the top button to unlock the iPad Air. And the image shows a larger power button on the top. It also says it will be equipped with USB-C and include a smart connector on the back for compatible accessories. So then after that, schematics recently leaked from 91 Mobiles show what they claim is the new 10.8-inch 8th generation iPad. Now, this looks very similar to the iPad Air 4 manual leaks with the same edge-to-edge design, no home button, USB-C, and a smart connector on the back. But they claim it would feature Face ID and not Touch ID on the power button like the Air does. And I don't know if this makes sense for the more expensive iPad Air to have Touch ID in the power button over a Face ID sensor for the entry-level iPad, which starts at $329 today. But what we do know is that we can probably expect to see new iPads and new Apple Watches coming very soon, because Apple recently registered 8 new models for Apple Watch and 7 new iPads in the Eurasian Economic Commission database. Now, these filings follow the same pattern as previous Apple Watches, and it's believed that these are the Apple Watch 6 series that will reportedly bring blood oxygen monitoring. The iPad filings follow a similar pattern that indicate 2 different iPad models are also coming. Now, these filings that are legally required for any encrypted devices sold in some of these Eurasian countries. New Apple products in the past, including MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch, AirPods, iPhones, and Macs, have resulted in launches within just a week to a few weeks after filings like these. So it's just a real strong indication that new Apple Watch Series 6 and new iPads are coming very soon. Even John Prosser had earlier reported that we could expect to see an Apple press release for Apple Watch and iPad during the week of September the 7th. Now, this lines up with that, But a report from Japanese blog site Mako Takara, they're claiming Apple is planning on holding an event in the second half of October to unveil the new iPhone 12 lineup, Apple Watch Series 6, and the rumored AirTags all together. Now that would make more sense as these products are all more connected closely with each other, but until anything is official, it's still all going to be a wait and see game. All right, thanks again to Paperlike for sponsoring this video. There's just not too many products that I showcase here that I use every single day, but Paperlike is one of them, and it's an iPad screen protector, but it's really more than that. Paperlike has a nanodot surface technology that provides more friction for this better tactile feel when you're using your Apple Pencil or even when you're touching the surface of it. I've been using it for, let's say, the past three and a half months to see what the hype was all about, but it actually really does make your iPad feel like paper. So for reading comics, it feels great, and then drawing on it with the Apple Pencil, you really feel that kind of extra texture, and I think it's going to be killer for digital artists and illustrators. Now, the other big benefit is that it significantly minimizes light reflection, so you get a cleaner view, and I wanted to show you what it looks like without Paperlike. You see the hard glares, and then how the light is refracted when I put it on. Now, it's easy to apply with step-by-step instructions that you can do yourself, but I was just genuinely surprised how much I loved it. That's why I was waiting before I talked about it. But the one drawback to be aware of, I've used other screen protectors that add like this visual graininess to your screen. This still happens here, but it's minimal with Paperlike. And for me, I think the benefits of glare reduction, this truly like tactile feel to my iPad that does feel like paper, and then a screen protector just easily outweighs that. This is a product that I am just 100% behind, so check out the link in the video description to get a Paperlike screen protector for your iPad. It's really unlike anyone I've used before, and it really makes your iPad feel like paper. All right, if you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to find out when my next video drops. And if you want to go even deeper with the latest about Apple each week, check out my audio podcast, the Apple Bits XL. And before we go, everybody, I just want to take some time. Obviously, I'm representing Chadwick Boseman here and honoring him. And I want to take a moment because with his passing, which was literally like another huge gut punch in 2020, it's just a reminder for all of us to, you know, tell the people that are around us, our loved ones, our family, friends, especially in this crazy time, like that we love them, you know, not to take anything for granted. Because for me, Black Panther, the movie, all right, when I saw that on screen, and I talked about this on my podcast, I'm a person of color. I'm not black, obviously, but I saw Black Panther and I got teary-eyed multiple times in that movie because it's just like so inspiring to see those type of images. I can only imagine what the black community felt like because I'm here on the outside and I'm a comic book reader who read Black Panther, who read other comics, but there aren't let alone black like top tier superheroes. And then you talk about like Asian superheroes, there just aren't many. So that was a moment that I was proud of, I was inspired by, and you know, Chadwick Boseman in his role of Black Panther, in his roles period, he inspired people, he lifted people up, and when I watched that, it was like, oh wow, Black Panther's a superhero. Maybe one day we'll get an Asian superhero on screen, and we're gonna get that with Shang-Chi coming out eventually. But that was a moment that it's powerful, right? Sometimes it seems not everyone may understand it, but it is powerful to see yourself like that. And so I wanted to take this time to just say thank you to Chadwick and for lifting us all up and inspiring us, because in today's world, in just general, a lot of times you don't believe something until you see it. And he showed us that anything is possible and that we can believe that anything is possible. And that's a legacy that will live on forever for not only what he did on film, but behind the scenes with children in hospitals off camera. The dude was amazing. So I just wanted to kind of honor him today and thank him for his contributions and for what he gave to us dealing with colon cancer for 4 years. And, you know, they say Wakanda forever, but I'm all on board with, you know, Chadwick forever for sure. So thank you for lifting us up and inspiring us, Chadwick. And for that, I also just want to say again, take the time to tell your loved ones that you care about them, because it shows that life is short. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Take care and be safe. And until next video, I'll see you soon. All right. Peace and love.